Hello and welcome to the agenda. I am Ajay Kaul. Today we will discuss about the Roshni land scheme scam of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing a big upheaval after the government released a long list of beneficiaries of the Roshni land scheme, which is shrouded by allegations of corruption and loss to the exchequer to the tune of rupees 25,000 crore. The list includes politicians like National Conference leader and former Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah and former PDP leader Hasib Drabu, who served as Finance Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. The list also includes several other influential persons from various fields. The alleged scam involves cornering of high-value prime pieces of land in Jammu and Srinagar cities under the scheme floated in 2001. In the agenda today, we will discuss what the alleged scam is about. We have with us senior Congress leader and former Union Minister Saifuddin Soz, Advocate Ankur Sharma, who was instrumental in exposing the scam, and political analyst Inamun Nabi. But before we begin our conversation, let's have a look at this small report.
In 2001, the Farooq Abdullah government had enacted a law called the Jammu and Kashmir State Land Vesting of Ownership to Occupants Act to regularize the unauthorized occupation of land, known as the Roshni scheme. It granted legal ownership rights to those who had grabbed the government land in Jammu and Kashmir over several decades. The land grab happened over several decades in Jammu and Kashmir, but it was validated between 2001 and 2007. The Jammu and Kashmir government had originally planned to raise rupees 25,000 crore under the scheme, but it ended up fetching only rupees 76 crore from regularization of 71,000 acres of land in Jammu and over 4,000 acres of land in Kashmir. In 2014, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India pointed out the losses incurred in the scheme. With the scam being sensed in the scheme, the State Vigilance Department in 2015 indicted more than 20 officials but did not get the sanction from the government for prosecuting those officials. In November 2018, the Jammu and Kashmir High Court restrained the occupants of the land regularized under the Roshni Act from selling or carrying out any transaction over the property. Subsequently, in the same year, the Jammu and Kashmir administration under Governor Satyapal Malik repealed the Roshni Act and ordered a CBI inquiry into it. On October 9 this year, the Jammu and Kashmir High Court held the Roshni Act as unconstitutional and directed the government to identify the influential persons who grabbed the land regularized under the law public. Influential persons who grabbed the land regularized under the law. On November 1, the Jammu and Kashmir government issued an order to cancel all land transfers that took place under the Roshni Act. Now it has released the first list of 868 beneficiaries. Now it has released the first list of 868 beneficiaries as ordered by the High Court. The list includes high-profile personalities like National Conference leader and former Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah and former PDP leader and ex-Finance Minister Hasib Drabu. Thus a major buzz has been created in Jammu and Kashmir because of this. Bureau Report.
Now let's welcome our guests, Mr. Saifuddin Soz, Ankur Sharma and Inamun Nabi. Welcome to the program. I will first ask my first question to Saifuddin Soz Sahab. Soz Sahab, you have must have come to know about the list which has been released by the J&K government in this Roshni land alleged scam in this. What do you say on that?
See, for a long time, Roshni Act and people who commit the fraud. Today, people of Jammu and Kashmir, rather people of India want to know what has happened. So if the government has evidence, hard evidence, real evidence, then they should go ahead because law is already there. Those who have violated the law must be brought before justice. So propaganda is one thing. You see, fighting, you see, a battle against corruption is another thing. So if some people have indulged in corrupt practices under this Roshni Act, government should, you see, publish the names and they start proceedings in public light.
So sir, it was
Before the people of Jammu and Kashmir state.
so sir, do you agree that there was some wrongdoing in it, because CAG had said that the government was supposed to get raise the revenue of 25,000 crore, but it raised only 70,000 or some odd crore. So there was a loss, a huge loss to the exchequer. Do you agree there was some wrongdoing?
Government knows the names of people who indulged in this fraud, and they know the extent to which they had gone. What was the loss to the exchequer? All these figures and facts must be published.
Okay. So
Because as long as they only use the sources of communication, radio, television, and go ahead with propaganda, that is one thing. But if people have indulged in fraud, they must publish the list and indicate the figures and indicate the loss to the exchequer.
the one list has already been published, which names Farooq Abdullah and Hasid Drabus and other things. KK Amla also, who is associated with Congress.
The government has to proceed against people in a court of law or any agency they fix entitled to it. But they must publish names and the extent to which such people have caused loss to the exchequer.
Right. So we have Ankur Sharma. Yeah, please go on.
Pardon me?
So sir, carry on, please.
I'm not hearing you properly on this. My take is that some people have indulged in the fraud. Their names should be published, and government must indicate the loss to the exchequer to these people.
Right. So we have Ankur Sharma, who was instrumental in kind of exposing this scam. Okay, Inam, I guess you heard what Saifuddin Sosa was saying just now, that if government has evidence, the government should proceed against those people in the Roshni scam. What do you say?
Sir, first thing, we should respect whatever state legislature has passed. It was it was a law which was passed by the elected representatives of Jammu and Kashmir. Number one. Number second, if any has been passed by the elected legislative assembly, by the constitutional legislative assembly, we should never criticize the things. But what we should criticize the implementation, the proper implementation. Yes, I agree with your question that it was not implemented properly. There are too many lucrations which are coming before public, that many politicians have grabbed the land. So we urge the government that they should immediately swerve into action, and they should throw out these illegal occupants.
But some leaders who have been named, they are saying that it is witch hunting because of DDC elections are taking place, and there is this Gupkar alliance also has been formed. So there is kind of witch hunting. Do you agree with that, Inam?
If I talk about the Gupkar alliance and other things, it is immaterial for us. But one thing is very much clear. I tend to understand when BJP was power for the 2 years, why didn't they show full action then, and why now? Timing is somewhat making it fishy. Otherwise, we have been with such decisions, or we are government on this decision as well.
So, sir, if I come back to you, some leaders are saying that it is kind of witch hunting against those who have formed the Gupkar alliance, and BJP leaders are not figuring in this list.
You mentioned the BJP. Nobody from BJP is involved.
Yeah, I'm saying that there are no names of any BJP leader in that.
No, my point is that if BJP is not involved in this, it's a good thing for them. But wherever they are involved, law will take its own course. Government of Jammu and Kashmir, this union territory, government must go with facts and figures before the agency that will look into it. It's may be CBI, it may be any government agency, let them go ahead. And they must do a little of propaganda, more of action in the right direction.
Now, what I was asking Sosa was, some leaders are saying that it is witch hunting, like Farooq Abdullah and Hasib Drabu, they said they have not done no wrong and it is just witch hunting.
You are mentioning names. I am not interested in that. I say law should take its own course. If the Union Territory government has facts, figures, and they know who are the people who have caused loss to the exchequer in Roshni, under Roshni Act, misuse of Roshni Act, let them publish the facts and figures. Let's not take its own course.
Okay. Right, we have Ankur Sharma also who has joined us. So Ankur, I want to ask you, since you were instrumental in kind of exposing this, now the government has published the first list. What do you say on this?
Yeah, I filed this petition in 2014, and all those years between 2014 and 2020, this was BJP and PDP government which opposed this petition in the court. They also opposed the shifting of case to the CBI one. They also opposed declaration of Roshni Act as unconstitutional. And as far as names of BJP people are concerned, they're going to come up in certain days, because in another PIL, another public interest litigation, in fact, this has been again filed by me, that's against a sitting cabinet minister who remained a cabinet minister in the BJP quota. His name has figured, and the agency has submitted a report that yes, he has encroached more than 10 canals of land. So all those people who belong to BJP, their names, if the government doesn't disclose, we are going to disclose it. Now the BJP is trying to take credit after unleashing this whip on the opposition parties, saying that yes, we are the pioneers in this. I think that's a falsity. BJP always opposed it. As far as the scam is concerned, yes, Farooq Abdullah encroached so much of the lands around Jammu. He was also instrumental in facilitating others also, and people belonging to one particular religion, to occupy and encroach forests around Jammu. There is a report submitted by a committee appointed by the court before the High Court, which says that 90% of the forests which are encroached in Jammu, and that's how the data is presented there, are encroached by members of a particular community, which is Muslim. Now the river lands are also being encroached. So apart from whatever, the benefit that has been taken by political bigwigs, which include members belonging to all political parties, be it BJP or PDP or NC, there's another angle of demographic change through the Roshni Act. And Roshni Act, I say, that was one of the tools using which Muslims were made to settle in Hindu-dominated areas. Apart from this, there was an executive order of Mehbooba Mufti, the 14th February 2018 order, which provided that CM issued directions to DMs and SSPs saying there is Muslims encroach lands in Jammu province. No DM and SSP will take any action. And after that, large-scale enforcement of Hindu lands by Muslims with state connivance happened. Apart from this, we have Rohingyas and Bangladeshis are being selectively being set up only in Jammu province. Then forest land encroachment. And Farooq Abdullah made the role is that he spearheaded this movement of bringing demographic change in Jammu. So that is how this case has to be looked at from all angles. As a tool of demographic invasion, yes, a corruption scam, yes, the biggest scam in the history of Jammu and Kashmir, the biggest land scam probably in the history of the country, it's 25,000 crores. And there are several bureaucrats, IAS, KS, IPS people who are going to be nailed in this, because they are also the beneficiaries, or at some point of time, they defrauded the state exchequer by doling out benefits to the applicants in a manner which is clearly termed as illegal.
But Ankur, I also found in the list there are many Hindus also who have bought land in Kashmir.
Of course, there will be Hindus, but if 10 Muslims apply and 9 get benefit out of it, and 10 Hindus apply, only 1 or 2 get benefit from it, how do you read that statistic? Of course, in a Hindu majority area, there will be a number of Hindus. If 10,000 Hindus apply and only 500 get land, and if 1,000 Muslims apply and 900 get land, how do you see that statistic?
No, I'm saying, what I'm saying is,
explain 14th February 2018 order, which grants legal immunity only to Muslims for encroaching state lands in Jammu. How do you see that order? How do you see the fact that a report has been submitted in the court by a committee appointed by the court saying that out of 68 encroachers who have encroached River Tavi within the Hindu majority Jammu municipal limits, 667 are Muslims.
And how do you see the state connivance and acquiescence in allowing Muslims to capture land in Jammu? And the demography of Jammu has been changed in an unscientific manner by state intervention, using Roshni Act, using 14 February order, settling Rohingyas and Bangladeshis, allowing Muslims to capture forests and riverlands, and which fact stands certified and verified by the reports of the committees set up by the High Court. How do you see all that?
Okay, let me ask Inam. Inam, you heard Ankur Sharma, he is saying that there was a plan to make demographic changes in Jammu under the Roshni scam. Do you agree with that?
They want to compromise any issue because they are getting relevant by putting such narrative.
So how do you see this?
I fail to understand how it amounts to demographic change in Jammu and not in Kashmir as well. This is not for Roshni Act was not for the demography. Whoever was purchasing the land, he was a state subject, whether a Hindu, whether a Muslim, whether a Sikh or a Christian. Because when this law was passed at the time, we were having the special status. Where no other citizen of Jammu and Kashmir could have buy the land or purchase the land in Jammu or in Kashmir or in Ladakh. So how it is fair to the demography if I will live in Jammu or if Ankur Sharma lives here in Srinagar? By putting such narrative, they want to criminalize every issue. I fail to understand why he sees in anything he sees religion.
Okay, there is another dimension also. Now, corruption has been associated with Jammu and Kashmir for decades, and this is one of the main reasons being cited as alienation of youth with the country and democracy and all. So, how do you see if this lid has been now blown? Will it kind of act as a confidence building measure?
These are allegations. I am a straight person, law-abiding person. There is a court of law. There is an authority in the sense we have this union territory government. There are institutions. So whosoever is aggrieved must go to the court, must place facts before the government. And propaganda is one thing. Facts of the situation are another thing. Whosoever has grievance must approach the court of law. Even SHO's office at Thana can look into the complaints. There are institutions of public importance, public inquiry. There is no worry. So we must fight corruption. We must fight this. You see, Roshni, there are people who have defrauded Roshni Act, and everything must be known to the public. That is my case.
Okay, Sosa, there is one more dimension. Like it has always been cited that corruption in J&K is one of the main reasons for alienation of people of Kashmir.
And leading to alienated, and corruption could be one reason. But corruption is not basic. Basic thing is that Union government is not treating Kashmir properly. Jammu and Kashmir state properly. In fact, Union government this time has no relationship with the mainstream Kashmir. They are fighting mainstream Kashmir. You must take notice of that. If they don't want to deal with mainstream Kashmir, then they must indicate to us with whom they are wanting to deal with.
Okay, but if the government is exposing corruption, which is at high level corruption, will it act as kind of confidence building measure in Kashmir?
My take is that the union government here is empowered to lay before people facts under Roshni Act, who defrauded that system, who defrauded Roshni Act, who committed mistakes. They have access to records, they must indicate the people. But it should not be propaganda. They should have hard, solid facts.
Okay, I want to go to Inam. Inam, as Sosa also, corruption has been cited as a major reason for alienation of Kashmiris. So now, yes, since this has been exposed, this high level corruption, do you think it will act as a confidence building measure in Kashmir?
Very astonishing. Mr. Sosa has got significance of this problem now when they are out of power. But Sosa has been the union minister as well as leader of Jammu and Kashmir Congress. I fail to understand when they were in power, they have been in power from last 70 years, why they failed to swap into action against these corrupt people and politicians. So giving sermons now rather than acting then, it is a hypocrisy. I am sorry to say, Sosab, it is a hypocrisy. It amounts to the hypocrite.
Okay, now you can answer.
When you were in the power.
Okay, now you can answer my question.
You had PDP. You had been power in the NC, with the NC. You had been power. You had powers from last 70 years in the center. You were You were a hand in growing corruption. We know the Kalmadi. We know 2G scam. ये चीजें इनके मुंह से शोभा नहीं देती।
Okay,
ये तो करप्शन के पैदावार है।
Okay, Inam, can you now answer my question?
Corruption है, political corruption, moral corruption, nepotism, favoritism. तभी तो ये क्या बोलते हैं राहुल जी का यही हाल है।
Inam, now can you answer my question that I am asking, will it act as a confidence building measure since this corruption has been exposed?
Absolutely, it will address many things here, provided it will have sustenance. If it is a political gimmick or election gimmick, then it will be a very unfortunate move. But if they are serious about fighting against the corruption, there are many things where they can contribute, where they can address the people. So one of the things is the corruption. I think we must give full support to the government. They should swoop into action. They must expose all the corrupt people, whosoever, whether it's a contractor, is an officer, is a bureaucrat, is a politician, whosoever is involved.
Yes. So last question to you. We are running out of time. Last question is that as Inam was saying that you were in power at that time, why did you not act against corruption?
Gee, look here, who was in power, who was not. I was a union minister. My record is clean. Any time any kind of corruption came to light, I fought a battle. That was an individual battle at the minister's level. But as a public man, I think I have raised voice against corruption. And today, I want to tell you that there is a Roshni Act. Whosoever has defrauded and caused loss to the exchequer must face the court, must be brought to book. And in this propaganda will not work. Hard facts will work. Only hard facts.
Okay, so whoever is culprit who has caused loss to the exchequer should be brought to book. That is what everybody feels. And thank you all of you for participating in this debate. This is all in the agenda today. Thanks for watching. I will be back with another important topic tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.